This is the Dallas Morning News. It's Thursday, April 9th. A mix of sun and clouds today with a high of 83, partly cloudy this evening with a low of 64. Here are today's headlines. Southwest Airlines is joining the rush of airlines raising checked bag fees as companies scramble to offset surging fuel prices by passing the costs down to flyers. As the global economy reckons with fallout stemming from the Iran conflict, the Dallas-based air carrier announced the fee move late Tuesday, effective April 9th. It cited the move as part of an ongoing analysis of the business and against the evolving global backdrop. First checked bags will increase from $35 to $45, and second checked bags will increase from $45 to $55. The rate hike will apply to new flight bookings made on or after April 9th. However, Southwest said existing bookings will not be subject to the increase unless they are voluntarily changed. Southwest is the dominant carrier at Dallas Love Field Airport, where it operates 18 of the 20 gates. It was not clear if American Airlines, the dominant carrier at DFW International Airport, would immediately follow suit in raising bag fees. The increased checked baggage fees come amid the conflict in Iran, which has caused jet fuel prices to skyrocket. Aircraft fuel and oil are some of the biggest expenses for airlines, according to published statistics from World Air Transport, comprising nearly 29% of all costs and highlighting the significant impact of fuel prices on operational expenses. In other news, the state's highest criminal court declined to intervene in James Broadnax's death penalty case, arguing it is not enough for another man to take responsibility for the shooting when Broadnax never recanted his own confessions. The 37-year-old Broadnax is scheduled to be put to death by lethal injection April 30th in Huntsville. He was condemned by a Dallas County jury in 2009 for the deaths of 26-year-old Stephen Swan and 28-year-old Matthew Butler outside their Garland music studio. According to previous reporting from the news, Broadnax and his cousin Demarius Cummings set out to rob the two men, but left with only $2 and a 1995 Ford. Broadnax and Cummings were both 19 at the time. The pair was convicted of capital murder in separate trials. Broadnax, who was tried as the triggerman, was sentenced to death, while Cummings, who was tried as his accomplice, was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Next up, on Wednesday, a judge ordered the Memphis rapper Pooh Shiesty to remain in custody pending trial, siding with prosecutors who argued that he posed a danger to the public and a risk of fleeing. Lontrell Williams, Jr., who performs as Pooh Shiesty, appeared before U.S. Magistrate Judge Renee Harris-Tolliver for an hour-long hearing. Prosecutors have said he acted as a ringleader in a plot to lure Gucci Mane and two other music industry figures to a Dallas recording studio earlier this year under the guise of a business meeting, then kidnapped and robbed them at gunpoint. The hearing offered the clearest public account yet of the government's case against the 26-year-old Williams, and ended with Tolliver ordering him held pending trial after finding probable cause. She noted his criminal history years earlier in Florida in explaining her decision. And could Dallas-Fort Worth be the premier location for Las Vegas-style gambling in Texas? Supporters have been hoping so for years. Pressure has been slowly building to open up gambling throughout the state, driven by the promise of jobs, economic growth, and more entertainment options. While Las Vegas Sands Corp has made no secret of its wishes for a destination casino resort in DFW, some Native American tribes, including powerful gaming tribes in Oklahoma and 3 in Texas, have been quietly making their own play. Gaming on the 3 Texas reservations, where it is currently allowed, is limited to bingo-style slot machines, but its popularity has shone a light on the market's potential. In 2024, the 3 casinos raked in more than $300 million combined. That's not to mention the huge revenues of the Chickasaw and Choctaw casinos on the Oklahoma border. The Play for Texas, a new series by the Dallas Morning News, examines the beginnings of tribal gaming, how it's impacted life on reservations and surrounding towns, and how, as Texas lawmakers weigh possible gaming expansion, these tribes want a seat at the table. Read the entire series now at dallasnews.com dallas.gov/play-for-Texas. Thanks for listening. For more on today's stories and the latest breaking news, visit dallasnews.com. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more from the Dallas Morning News.